Hey everybody, we're here at the Indianapolis Hot Rod Power Tour. This is day one and we're about to have some fun. We're going to look at a lot of cars and check out all that's going on. There's drag racing today. The next stop is Joliet, Illinois, and then Fort Wayne. And from there, I think it's Norwalk. So come along and enjoy the fun.
Is actually what they're doing a road rally. So when I get home,
So they just announced Wayne Carini is going to be here at the Haggerty booth, but it is a very long line. And I am not willing to stand in a line for an hour at least. So that's behind me at the Haggerty booth. So it rained this morning. As you can tell, there's a lot of puddling going on, but that doesn't keep people away. Everybody's still here. And there's a lot of vendors here, a lot to look at, a lot of cars. It's a fantastic day one. Check out the Volkswagen and the Chevelle over here. Really nice. Woo! That is crazy. Sorry.
you spend a lot of time building these things, working on these things, but how cool is it to interact with real enthusiasts who put these things in cars and drive them right alongside them?
I think it's really important. The reason why we attend these events is to make that connection with our customers. It's a gorgeous day. Get on out there. I live in Wisconsin, so I'm sure it's a lot like Indiana here. What you see out there, folks, that's called the sun. I know we haven't seen it a lot, so enjoy. Yeah, I know where I'll be on the golf course. But enjoy the weather. It's a great day. Worth the wait line. We've got a local artist underneath that Haggerty tent, and he is going to pinstripe your plate. And along the Hot Rod Power Tour all week long, wherever they go, wherever we're going, they're going to have a different local artist that will personalize your plates for you. So it's well worth the wait line. Plus, we've got the star of Chasing Classic Cars. Wayne Carini is going to be here in just a couple of minutes, and he'll be signing autographs, taking pictures over in the Haggerty tent from 12 noon to 2 o'clock, and then we're going to get him up on the main stage here at 2:30. And Jeff Nisted and Wayne will chat cars and more. Wayne Carini, star of Chasing Classic Cars. He's going to be over at the Haggerty tent in less than 5 minutes for meet and greet. And then coming up at 2:30, we'll get Wayne up on the main stage to talk shop. It's the Chevy Performance Hot Rod Power Tour 2025, driven by Haggerty.
It's getting pretty hot. The sun's bright, so putting some shade on.
And then one time there was like a Vega little short face and it did a burnout and the axle broke and it hit the wall.
That's
and
why.
What did I just say? Don't stand next to it.
Don't stand next to it.
Yeah. Don't stand next to it.
I know.
Are you still
Stand
scared of
behind
them
it.
for real? You know how to fix that, don't you?
Make her do it.
I know, a rat rights car.
So here's Cotton
He was
from.
scared that I was gonna
Okay,
be
all you kids, this is what happens when you do drugs.
scared of my reaction.
Drugs. You can't even spell reaction.
I cannot.
He's lying. I don't know.
But I helped pull the motor out.
Yeah,
There was
that
something wrong.
But that was, you know, Tim and I have known each other for a long time. If you know Pro Street, Tim's been around it forever. And we've known each other since, what, we're 18?
We met at the street where one of us actually graduated.
I did, because I'm smart. And then
It was the No Child Left Behind thing.
for you. But then we started the whole episode, and then I was like, I wanted Tim in it, because Tim and I have known each other forever. So I was like, let's get a car. And we ended up getting Troy's Chevelle.
And I told Troy at the weekend before at the road trip show, hey, I'm trusting 18-year-old Troy, because that's how old he was.
But it wasn't.
And he's like, I don't know if I would.
Well, I went through the car, got it running great, and then this one chewed itself up. So he shows up to race me. He's like, "You scared to race?"
Called
I
me
ain't
when I'm
scared
on the
to
way
race.
there driving through the night.
you still was
like,
there.
You still want to? Yeah, I still want to come and hang out. So I got to help Tim. They got free labor out of me instead of driving.
It was good.
Did you go to Larry Dixon's?
Not yet.
I was at Larry's yesterday, and Larry's going to bust your balls about being scared to race.
Tim, I don't think anybody's scared to race.
I got that BMX snap plate reaction.
Oh, that's the same thing as a car.
You know they would have let him win because he's the star. They would have edited out even if I would have beat him by gapped him at the end.
No, he had clamps on his brakes, you know, so, you know.
No, that was a whole different story.
Sandbag.
I should fix, dude. This is a whole different car. Don't tie to the roadkill no more. No, it's okay, Tim. We're gonna let you have your delusional thing.
But I've realized he doesn't really love me.
Why
I've seriously known him since we were 18 and we are 50-something. The first time I've met your mom. I've been in the
I don't-
garage.
dude,
How many times
listen
did
to
you
me.
keep your mom away
Listen
from
to
me?
me.
I think I like your mom better than I like you.
My mom, when I first started, when we first went to the corner, I had my pink friend. Her and my dad showed up there, and that was it. So then Power Tour comes, and usually she's gone. She's like, "Hey," I'm like, "You want to come?" So I got my 77-year-old mom. and
I
my-
heard last night that your daughter was there and your mom was like, I'm meeting mama. And I walked up, just stand up, mama, I'm hugging you. And she gave me a hug.
So it's
She
like
didn't
our,
want to let go either. She was just like latched on to her.
Tim, you got that sex appeal.
Call me daddy.
No. That's not happening.
I'm going to call up. Good to see you, brother.
Okay. Yep.
So you just saw Cotton from Roadkill and Finnegan, Faster with Finnegan. That was pretty cool to hear him talk and just see him for a little bit. I could have stayed in line, but I decided just to get a good video of him, which is fun to hear him talk. And so lots of cars here. This is the line to the drag strip. So as soon as they get the track done, they're going to do some runs, and that'll be fun to see. This is the dyno. They're about to do a CT5 Blackwing. They got them all staged and ready to drag race. This is gonna be cool. Right down the drag strip. Heading the other way, I'd love to see that AC Cobra go through, that replica. But there it goes. Tender toy on the side. Let's walk down through the middle here. Two Novas. Oh, three Novas. Didn't see that one's peek up on me. Here's an SS. Got a G8 or SS on the far and a Silverado up here. Got a Camaro on this side and a Mustang on the far side. 1522. We've got a Fox body against a new Mustang. I think he lost second gear or something there. Dodge Ram on this side. Camaro on the far out. Fifteen ones. This is a really cool event. If you've never been to one, I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. This is again day one of the Hot Rod Power Tour, and it's a good turnout. Beautiful weather. I highly recommend sunscreen, but there is a breeze and it makes it nice. So there's some cars behind me over here. Some really nice street rods, hot rods. All kinds of power tour cars.
We took a Marauder. And he's putting a supercharged Cobra motor in it. I'm like a, what, like 2002, 2003. Yeah, thanks. Have a good day.
This guy doing custom art on license plates. Pretty awesome. I'll say the Landman. Pretty awesome looking Ford there. Nice Camaro. I think this is actually on the poster. That is really cool. Ooh, look at that. That is really nice. Just gonna run down through this line of cars here. Look at that Magnum. That's pretty rare. That's awesome. You don't see those, especially with the lenses still intact. This is look at there, Cordoba. Yeah, I can't believe these. There's like 4 or 5 of those here. Look at there, a Studebaker. Got me a new hat. What do you think? I like it. It's a lot of shade. Pretty comfortable too. Good advertisement for Summit Racing too. And there's a slew of cars back here. 2+2. Awesome. Oh. Like that Z28. It's really nice. Trans Am. Nice Challenger. Fox body. We're gonna go up here, up the hill to the oval track to see what's going on up here. So they're doing autocross over here. C10 and a square body going at it over here. Challenger out there. Square body looks totally stock. Trans Am going out there. This is an excellent view up here of all the cars. This is just one side too. The other side of cars are over there.
Pardon me, those darn lawyers. So that's the work that these kids come to maybe 4, 15 Marines. There's over 1,200 applications for license to have a Jet, that's Brandon. Smile big for Brandon, he didn't make you famous. Gotta shake his hand though, there you go. Tell him I love the paint. It looks, I mean, maple syrup or root beer, I love the paint. I wish my paint was this, I love this paint. Tell me about what year. It's a Suburban. What year is this?
1979 C20 Suburban.
There you go. 79
79.
C20. So it's stock 8-lug wheels.
Stock 8-lug wheels, stock 8-lug suspension. All suspension stock, but it has 800 horsepower blueprint engine straight motor in it.
800 horsepower blueprint crate. So what is this 800 horsepower? Big block, small block, LSLT?
Big block 573 crate motor.
Natural blown turbo.
Natural horsepower.
Naturally aspirated, 800 horsepower, 572 cubic inches, carbureted or injected?
It's fuel injected Dominator EFI.
Dominator, not the Snapper, but the
It's
Dominator.
the Sniper Dominator, so it's a
Well,
Sniper.
we're east of the Mississippi, so
Yeah.
it's a Snapper.
Yeah.
Snapper, that's all right. But it is Holly motivated. You've got those shiny tubular devices under there, a little long tube header action.
Yeah,
Who
we
are
got
those?
long tube headers, and then it turns into, we got 8-inch smokestacks off a Peterbilt, and we turn it into the side pipes on the side.
8-inch smokestacks off of a Peterbilt. And how old are you?
I'm 21.
21. What? It's like a younger thing. I love it.
Yeah.
What was the motivation for this?
I saw it on Craigslist for $3,500.
Well, not as is.
No, it was
No,
as
it,
is.
no, it wasn't.
It was rusted out. It had the original 454 in it.
Oh, so not as is.
No.
As far
No.
from as
no,
is.
it was as far as is.
Oh, thank you, because this doesn't look rusted out. This is,
Body shop guy, Mark, he did the whole body work. He did an amazing job on it.
how long did that take?
We actually restored this whole thing for the 23 Hot Rod Power Tour in 2 months. It was a shell, no engine, no transmission. We redid it all in 2 months.
That's amazing. So the old big block, where's that?
It's sitting in the shop floor garage because we originally bought a cam for it, and we pulled the cam out of it, and the cam bears the block.
Oh, no.
At the last minute, we bought the motor from Summit, jammed it in there, and then we got it finished and headed right to Atlanta.
So Summit Racing Equipment, call them up. They probably could have gotten to you overnight, but it is a crate.
Yeah.
A little bit more hefty. What's the transmission behind it?
It's a TCI TH400. I think it was rated for race.
Very nice. It's up front. And not so skinny and sort of slicks in the back. Has this ever been down to 1320?
It has not. This will hopefully be its first time going down the track.
When?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Wait, tomorrow we're at Joliet.
Yep.
Is there a drag strip tomorrow? Route 66, but I know there's a drag strip here.
I didn't want to break it first day.
Who says you're going to break it at all? You got to think positive. Don't put that out there. I don't want that blast to be out there. Come on, think positive.
I like to think positive. The first power tour was burned up the transmission so bad
You did.
that it was pouring white smoke right out.
See that guy over there?
Yeah.
You know who he is? That's the big cheese, the head honcho.
Oh, really?
That's the, yeah.
was part of
That's
the
John
show.
McGann. He's the editor-in-chief of Hot Rod Magazine. He can make your truck famous. He can put you in the magazine. You can make nice with it. Pretty cool, right, John? Oh, you did?
And we were walking around doing stuff, and I noticed it earlier just walking around by myself. I love the paint job.
I love the paint.
Yeah, nice paint job. I like the louvers on the hood. I think it's interesting your side pipes.
Yeah, that was the last minute. I wrote it all on a sheet of paper, had it all planned out on just a scrap sheet of paper.
Yeah.
And then I went on Summit, bought all the parts, and then
Perfect.
pieced it together.
So, Brandon told me your story a little bit. You and your dad were working on this thing. I heard about the transmission failure a couple years ago. And so here you are. You got it all up and running. And how old are you?
21.
All right, nice.
Right. So tell me about why the Peterbilt, where the Peterbilt come from?
I saw.
Are they laying around?
No, we bought them right from United Pacific. They were a big trucking company, and they just had them, and I was like, I'm buying them.
Makes a statement.
Yeah.
Did you name again?
Jet home.
Who did the paint job?
Our body shop guy, Mark, he does an amazing job. And we told him that we wanted this thing done, and he had like 2 weeks. And he said, I can't do this. And then he did it, and it turned out perfect.
Nice.
So it's a factory Toyota Tundra color that we put extra metal flake in.
Yeah, there's a lot of flame. It looks really good.
Yeah. So
I love the paint, and I'm so glad when you came up here. That's the first thing you said. You love the paint. What brought you to this?
well, the paint drew me in, but also, you can burn your cabs on it without having the Viper.
It's right. I got mine right here.
I posted a thing on a 68 Corvette last week, and I had thousands of comments that, oh, I love the side clamps. You don't like it when you burn your cap, you learn quickly, or you get scarred for life. It takes one good burn. How many burns have you gotten off those things? Three. That's awesome. So, what else drew you? And for those of you new here right now, this is the skipper, John McGann, the editor-in-chief of Hot Rod Magazine. This is Brandon. You were with Hot Rod Motor Trend for 12 years? 12 years. He was around during Roadkill, during its heyday. And then went to Hemmings and now Haggerty. And when there's pictures to be taken, Brandon is the guy who will take them. Tell us about the engine, please.
So it's a 572 crate motor, blueprint engine today. It's got a Poly Sniper Dominator fuel injection on it. It's got hooker headers. It's a big engine. And
Okay, so continue with your sponsors. Holly, Hooker, Blueprint. I love it. Keep on going. Who's helping you out? Optima Red Top, of course.
Got the red top.
Right here in front of the Optima stage, the ultimate power source and the official power source of the Hot Rod Power Tour. There we go.
Yeah, so it runs fast. We've done plenty of burnouts in it. It smokes them for days.
Excuse me? You've done plenty of burnouts in it already?
Yeah.
Are we having a burnout contest here this year?
We could probably make that happen.
I know a guy. All right, John McGann is going to go. Would you do a burnout for us later at some point?
Yeah.
Not right now. We'll have McGann set it up. And this is so awesome. It's going to be the best day ever. The best power tour ever.
You guys did a great job. You and your dad built this thing, right?
Yeah, we built it, and every piece, I've touched every piece on it, taken everything apart. Everything's broken, of course, and then I had to fix it again. So, yeah, it's hot rod.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Nice choice, Brandon.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jet. Built this thing with his top. So awesome. And thank you, Brandon and John. Thank you, guys.
I love how you guys are looking at it too, like the paint, what's under the hood. As a father, I'm like, oh, you can fit the whole family in here. This is great. Hey, Jay, we don't have to leave Marty and Lonnie home. We can fit everybody and bring the wagon. It's awesome.
And you're looking for the kid seats in the back.
Nah, no, we.
Come on, you're all about safety.
We're all hillbillies in Wisconsin.
Hillbilly.
We're fine.
Yeah, those Mickey Thompson drag radios.
Well, we are just moments away with CarCraft since, what was it, 1942? You were with CarCraft for years. 12 years.
12 years total.
As both boy and man.
But you know, a lot of years I haven't even seen the autocross, so I've just been walking around looking at cars here all day, and it's I love the power tour. I know you think the same. The variety of cars you see here. It's old, cars from the 30s, cars from 2024, and everything in between. And you see imports, domestics.
There's a Mercedes there for Pete's sake.
Yeah, I love that Mercedes. It's a really cool car. It is. So, yeah, I love it. I can't wait to hit the road tomorrow. I'm excited. End up in my home state of Ohio on Friday.
So if you haven't seen this guy with this long lens hanging out of the window, do they be cool and look ahead, or do they smile and wave?
Do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want. If you see him, he could make you famous. Put you in the magazine. Ladies and gentlemen, the great John McGann, editor-in-chief, Hot Rod Magazine.
Thank you everyone for being here. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. To this guy right here, you may have seen him on TV all over the place. Wayne Carini, Jeff Distant. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, sir. Been watching on TV for a long time.
Nice to meet you too.
And we have some business to take care of as well. We've got some questions. I'll let you start, young lady.
Well, hello everyone. I'm Ava with Carini, and if you haven't checked out the Carini booth already, we specialize in classic and collector car insurance. We have lots of giveaways going on throughout the whole week, so definitely be sure to stop by. But we're really here about Wayne. So Wayne, you have been in the industry for a while, obviously. Tell us just a quick, what was the first vehicle that really sparked your whole interest and just set off your trajectory to what your career has become?
Well, my father restored cars when I was growing up, and my cousin built hot rods in a lean-to next to the barn where my father restored classic cars, and that's what really got me going in hot rods. And I've been a hot rod guy ever since. I think, though, the one car that really did it for me was a Ferrari when I saw 1961 Ferrari 250 short wheelbase, and that sort of sparked my interest. It had
I just got goosebumps.
yeah, two distributors. It had dual everything under the hood, and then the guy asked if he could take me for a ride. My father said yes.
12-cylinder front engine.
12-cylinder front engine, one of the most spectacular looking cars. Yeah. But you know, hot rods have been in my blood since I was a little kid. You know, my cousin building them, and then of course over the years I've always wanted hot rods. I never had a chance to build them on my own. I bought them here and there, but now I'm having hot rods built for me. Steve Bowl up in Oakland builds a lot of cars. We're building a mid-engine car right now. It's got a 289 Ford engine in it, so it's a mid-engine hot rod, and it's going to be spectacular. Maybe when it's done, we'll try to come on the Power Tour.
I think you're kind of known, like F40 Motorsports is known for exotics. This is my opinion. I love the fact that you're a hot rod. Because Mole is like Gucci, and that's super high-end, awesome.
I've got 3 of his cars right now.
Seriously?
He's building me a 4th one right now.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So, and other hot rods still in the Bonneville cars. So I just bought a car, 32 Ford, that has a lot of plaques of land speed records. It started to go to Bonneville in 1938.
Unreal.
Yeah, so it's got great Bonneville history.
What did it run out there?
It did 120, which is best time.
With what size engine?
With flathead.
With a little flat.
Yeah, but it did 96 miles an hour with 4-cylinder.
Unreal.
Yeah, 4-cylinder with twin carbs. So that kind of stuff really intrigues me. I've got a Bonneville car too. I've got the Jimmy Shine Tony Thacker car that ran out of Bonneville. Did 248 miles an hour. We took it out 3 years ago and blew the transmission the first run. Didn't have a spare transmission, put it back in. But
You at least got to get on the salt.
I was on the salt, and being on the salt is, if you guys haven't been to Bonneville, it's a life-changing experience. You can see the curvature of the earth. You can see all these great cars and these great people that are out there to achieve one goal, and that's just to go fast.
100%. I haven't been during Speed Week, but he's not the curvature of the earth. I almost got lost. If I didn't see where the freeway was, I'd still be out there on the salt. But it's a magical place.
I got to tell you one other thing about. So I've got a 9-year-old grandson, and we have a few cars in our collection. So last fall, I said, let's go to Cars and Coffee tomorrow morning. He was sleeping over. He says, yeah, that's cool. He says, what car are we going to take? I said, why don't we take the Porsche Speedster? We have a 58 Speedster. He goes, do we have to? I said, what do you mean, do you have to? He said, well, I want to take a hot rod.
Nice.
So I just went down to the truck and I bought him a black hat that says hot rod on it. That's going to be his hat from now on. He's Mr. Hot Rod.
Fantastic. So which hot rod did you take? You've got 4 molds. How many of the hot rods?
I have a car that was built for George Poteet. And George, it was built for him. It's a 5-window coupe. And Steve Moll built it for him, and I have that. I had the Talladega, though, that George built. The nasty Talladega.
Yeah.
And I had that for a couple of years. It was a fantastic car, but I sold it. And, you know, hot rods are like, go out here and see so many great people. They're so proud of their cars. I mean, whether it's on the drag strip, on the autocross, just looking at them. I just went down and saw all the cars with the blowers on them.
Oh, the Pro Street thing.
Oh my God, that's great.
Amazing,
that's
right?
Wonderful.
The blowers are taller than the hoods or the roofs.
The roof. Then I walked over here, and there's a young man that just put together a 65 Mustang that came out of a backyard. It's so rusted out, but yet it's on the road. I mean, he fiberglassed the inside of the roof so it wouldn't get wet because the roof had a piece of carpet sitting on it. It just rusted the whole thing up. And it's got Home Depot switches inside to turn the car on and off.
Love that, as long as it works.
Yeah, so many super nice people. I did signing over here at Haggerty this morning and had so many great people from all over the country over and talk to me. That's what it's about. It's the people, it's the families too. I'm so happy to see so many young people here. Of course, I'm trying to think, but school's out.
Almost. Some it's still in, and some. I think Tommy's daughter still got a couple days left in school, which is unbelievable. I love that the young generation getting into this.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Depends on the car.
certain level. But, you know, people get after me because they see me and I'm leaning on a car, holding it. It's just paint. It's a car. It cleans off. You know, they go, oh, don't touch my car. Oh my gosh, that's the worst thing in the world to tell a kid. And the person will never, boy or girl, never want to get close to a car again because they remember that one person yelling at them. That's the worst thing in the world. So make sure that they get in cars, they hear them, they take them for a ride. That's what hooked me with the Ferraris. That guy took me for a ride at 10 years old.
Now, what, that ride, was it the sound, the smell, the vibration, or everything? Or tell.
So we'd go up in the Catskills and go on vacation at these resorts. And the guy was a doctor in New York, and he came every year. We were going there since I was 7 years old. And every year he had a different Ferrari. And then he had this 250 short wheelbase, which was outrageous. So and that's what sparked my interest in that type of car. But growing up, my father was the founder of the Model A Ford Restores Club. Go to Hershey every year, do all the car shows. I grew up and I had no choice. I went to school to become an architect, and I backed out of that and ended up going to work for my dad. Ended up with a college education, farm art education, and here I am today. Still.
Who's your favorite architect?
Frank Lloyd Wright.
Is he?
Yeah.
Love Frank Lloyd Wright. Tell me about how did you get involved with Haggerty, your relationship with Haggerty?
So it was really funny. I was down at Amelia Island, and the show was just taking off. It was in the second season, and Chubb Insurance Company was after me to be a representative for them. They wanted me to be a rep and talk to people about their cars because they were just getting into classic car insurance and stuff. And I went and met with them, and I found out that they weren't really car guys. They really didn't care about cars. They wanted your jewelry, your furs, your boats,
your money.
Yeah, basically. And so I saw McKeel Haggerty at Amelia, and I said, I've been courted by Chubb Insurance, and I really don't want to work for them. I'd like to work for you. And he put out his hand. He said, welcome to the family. And that
It's just that easy.
That easy.
That's so awesome. And how long have you been with them?
I think about 14 or 15 years now.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Because you're a great brand ambassador for them. You live and breathe cars.
Yeah, and I like everybody that works at the company. The company has such great employees and such great ambassadors for the hobby. And that you don't be an ambassador for the insurance business. You're just an ambassador for the hobby. And all the other things fall in place.
You said employees, and if I can switch gears, one of my favorite parts of the show was Roger.
Yeah, Roger.
The mechanic.
Yeah.
Tell me his story, how he could.
So
he's one of my favorite parts.
My father was the local body shop guy, and Roger was the local foreign car shop mechanic. And I've known Roger since I was 10 years old. And then when he was actually working at Brown University in their alternative energy program for automobiles. And they scrapped the program, and he came looking for a job, and I took him in at 77, 76, something like that, where normally you couldn't find a job at that age.
Yeah.
But that was it. And then during COVID, he wouldn't wear his mask, and like I asked him to do, and so I laid him off for a couple months until he figured it out, and he never came back.
Oh, but he's still around.
Oh, he's still around.
That's good.
Works at another shop, and
Okay.
he's happy. I'm happy. Everybody's good.
But he cracks me. It's like the whisper of the car whisperer. If you can't get it working, give it to Roger, and he'll use a hammer and a screwdriver and get it running
Well,
again.
he knew how to BS people too.
Oh, okay, very good.
But he was good. He was good on camera. My producer, and he got along just great, and it worked out.
Fantastic. A YouTube device or any other show, or are you just doing your thing?
So Discovery, of course, sort of crashed with Motor Trend TV and
Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers, and I just heard today that they're going to split again.
Wonderful.
But Bob Scanlon has started Velocity Channel.
Yep.
And I was actually, my TV show was on the new channel that came out with HD. It's called HD Theater, and then we moved to Velocity. So when Motor Trend took over, Bob left the company, and 2 years ago Bob called and said, how would you like to own Speed Vision with me?
I still have a Speed Vision Polo.
Yeah.
I love Speed Vision.
So what happened was during COVID, the brand was never renewed. They never renewed the trademark. And so we went after it, we got a lawyer, we went after it, and now we own Speed Vision brand, the name.
Awesome.
And we're bringing it back.
Awesome.
We're working out a deal right now with Vizio Televisions. Hopefully that's going to be locked up next week, where Speed Vision will be built into every Vizio TV.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, so the brand, the market. And then of course, I'm doing new shows, Catching Classic Cars, and we'll do it about my car collection that I have, and some of my friends and people I've sold cars to over the years, and focus on that. Doing Chasing Classic Cars, I was on the road about 180 to 200 days a year. And after 18 years of doing that, I got burned out.
Well, yeah.
I just needed to get off the road a little bit. So When my contract got up and they didn't renew it, I said, thank God. It was a really good thing. But we're doing so many other things. I make appearances for Haggerty, Vantage Lifts I represent, Car Capsule, Keys 37, Metrovac. So I'm doing a lot of
Get them all in.
Get them all in. Get those brands in. Get the
Heck yeah.
advertising in. But I enjoy so much being with Haggerty. It's really the best. I go to SEMA every year and represent companies. So yeah, but I've never been on a power tour. Now my cousin Bill lives out in California. He's got a 64 Galaxy. He goes all the time. And so I've been sending him pictures today. But he's in California.
And you're driving him nuts. He's jealous.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you'll come back and visit us on the Power Tour West in December.
Yeah, that sounds great. I'm going to be out at Sonoma for the SAC convention, so the Shelby Club of America.
Awesome.
I'm going to get the Grand Marshal there. I'm going to bring my GT 350, so it'll be fun. But hot rodding is in all of our blood. This is really a passion, and there's so many facets of it. I mean, look at we've got a Suburban here.
Listen, with Peterbilt pipes
Unbelievable.
and a big block, and the paint still kills me. I love that brown paint.
People are so artistic and so come up with these great ideas. Of course we've got we've got station wagons. We've got a station wagon. Isn't that cool?
It's just that station wagon.
That station wagon. I'm a station wagon guy, so.
I am too. That's my old 55.
Is it?
Almost 12,000 miles in 22 states since March.
I love it.
We got the postal truck over there. I mean, something for everyone, literally.
Everybody's having a great time.
And if you haven't seen that red thing right there, 41 Chevy. It was bought brand new by a fire department, and it's still a 6-volt straight 6.
How many cars do you think are here? How many
I've
registered on the power tour? Anybody got that?
We
answer?
get between 5,000 to 6,000. I don't know how many are here today. We'll ask KB. And are you here all week with us, or just
No,
today?
I'm leaving today. Unfortunately, commitments tomorrow.
Okay.
But I'll be gone this afternoon. But it was well worth the trip to come out and see this in person, and I'll be back. That's
Well, I want to plant the seed with you. Next year, we want to invite you for the entire long haul. Come and party with Haggerty the whole week long. And Big Tom Gilman, if you haven't partied with Tommy, buddy, you haven't partied.
I'm a little bit older for serious partying these days.
Does anybody have a question for Wayne Carini? Hang on. That was more of a comment, but thank you.
Thank you. It's amazing how all that came about, my TV show. So there was an article written in the New York Times about me by Donald Osborne, a good friend of mine, who you see on Jay Leno's show every once in a while.
Yeah.
And that article was read by this producer down in Connecticut. On Sunday, called me Monday and said, I'd like to do a TV show about you. And I said, are you nuts? Who are you? I thought it was a documentary or something. And he got the camera out of the trunk that afternoon and he started filming Chasing Classic Cars. 218 episodes later, 18 seasons. And
218 episodes?
Right.
That's amazing.
And the show is seen in over 100 countries. My voice is dubbed in 38 languages.
He's very big in Czechoslovakia.
Who would ever
38 languages. Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming out to the Hot Rod Power Tour, being a part of it, being part of Haggerty. We appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, Wayne Carini, chasing classic cars, or catching classic cars. I'm so glad that Speed Vision is under the care of someone who is a car guy.
And the idea is to get the band back together and get all the old shows back on.
I love it.
So that's what we're trying to do.
Keep hope alive. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
sir. Wayne Carini, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for him.
action. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. That's a wrap here at the 2025 Hot Rod Power Tour in Indianapolis.